What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, everybody. So, what we have for you guys today is another real steel coming in. And this one is pretty exciting, guys. It's one I've never checked out. And it looks like it could possibly be a phenomenal model. So check that in the description if this looks interesting to you and you want to check it out. Or if you end up wanting one of these, there should be a link and a code. By the time you are seeing this video, there should be a link and a code down in the description. So what we have, guys, let's get this out of the way and move in there a little closer. This is going to be the Serenity front flipper, liner lock, and black G10 version. So this is a model I have never checked out from Real Steel. Nicely centered there. It will be a front flipper only model, so it will be for the front flipper fans out there. We do have a nice deep carry reversible pocket clip there. Nice touch on that. G10 looks very nice, very well done. I love that type of aesthetic and texture on G10. Yeah, nice and snappy. That reminds me of like how it's not Ray Laconica's front flipper, but that's the type of front flipper he likes to use, or very similar. And I'm a big fan of that type of front flipper. It works very well. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's Ivan's maker's mark there. I could be wrong. Ivan Braganowitz, he does a lot of designs for Real Steel, and he is a heck of a designer. And he is a heck of a designer to many people. I've heard nothing but high praises for Ivan. And I think that is his maker's mark. I could be wrong, though. You can correct me down below. This is going to be coming in N690. We have a semi-harpoon drop point style of blade here. And then that jimping for the front flipper is going to run along that spine fairly decently there. Nice satin finish to this guy. Let me give it a little wipey wipe here and get a better look. Yeah, that's a really clean looking satin finish there. And then the black G10 looks really good. And I like, even though it's not an ambidextrous lock, they still go ahead and tool it so that way lefties can carry this also. Or they make it so that lefties can carry this also. Why don't we go ahead and see how deep is actually deep with this guy here. And we'll use our issuing stitches Hank there. And there you can see this bad boy will be pretty much all hidden away in the pocket. The detent on this guy, for a front flipper, it's pretty good. And then I always get worried about front flipper only. I always feel like, and it's not every one of them, but some of them come fairly light, like too light that I prefer it to be quite a bit stronger. And in the case of this one, it's actually pretty stout. So that's a good thing for my personal taste. The drop shut action, or the action, it'll drop to your thumb already, and then one or two shakes. And all the Real Steels that I've had in have all needed broken in, which is a good thing. That means they're running their tolerances, you know, nice and tight in this knife, whether it's the lock or around the pivot. But once they start to break in, they start to get really smooth, especially the lock bar, the crossbar lock knives. They have broken in really smoothly. The ones that I've checked out. Real Steel is another one of them companies that, in my opinion, is a huge sleeper company. A lot of people, I think, overlook some of these companies that have been doing it for quite a while. They got some good designers on their side, and they're putting out some good quality stuff. I think certain, creators look over some of these companies, and I think Real Steel is one of them companies. They make a lot of functional knives, good solid lockup and ergonomics, easy to carry. This one's going to be another ergonomic dream. They love to use a full-length backspacer, which is what I prefer. That is my personal preference for my folding knives. I love full-length backspacers, or at least most of the way. But in this case, we're getting a full-length backspacer, which is going to be just awesome in the hand. And then you have no flipper tab to worry about here. You'll be able to choke right up behind that edge. You'll be able to get right up onto that tip there. And the tip it's pretty low. It's definitely low enough to easily do index type cuts. Why don't we go ahead and we'll see what kind of edge came on this guy. We'll see what kind of edge. We'll test it on some paper, and we'll do some cardboard as well. Yeah, not bad at all. All the knives that I've had in from Real Steel have all been solid builds, solid designs. And like I said, I've had a couple of Real Steels in, and they will typically give a nice discount for the people who want to head over and pick one up, off the price that they're at right now. So that's a cool touch from Real Steel as well. We'll see what we got here. Go against it. Yeah. It's got a nice edge on it. And lots of it, too. Sharpening choils, not bad. Not bad at all. I think you're going to find these are pretty affordable as well. It's got a decent, it's not too thick, but it's not too thin. I would say an average blade stock there. We'll get this cleaned up, and we will check to make sure that lock is nice and secure. Just a couple of lighter taps. We'll shut it, lock it up again. And I have to say, guys, I have not had a knife from Real Steel, no matter what lock. I have not had one fail from them yet. So that's good news. The lockup's sitting decent at like 25%. So a nice early and solid lockup. And that's what I'm talking about, guys, with Real Steel is the knives need broken in as far as like the opening method goes, which is not a bad thing at all. And for the lock, with the crossbar locks, the tolerances have been so tight that they need some break-in time for those parts to wear. And that earlier lockup with this knife here as a liner lock, but still staying locked up nice and solid, that just tells me they have everything right in there. Nice and tight, good fitment, good geometry for that liner, that tang. Everything's clean and nicely mated up. So that's a really good thing. And that blade fits in that handle very nicely. Very tight tolerances through this knife. So that's great to see in a very affordable knife such as this one. So that is the Real Steel Serenity front flipper. You guys will have to let me know what you think of this guy. Love hearing from you all. We'll do a full overview of this guy here coming up in the coming days. We have lots of Real Steel stuff coming in, and we will have quite a bit to check out. So that should be pretty fun, pretty interesting. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, guys. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.